gorgeous Taurians. We are here, guys, and this is your reading for mid-August 2026. Taurus, it's lovely to be with you. Thank you for being here. Now, Taurus, I saw someone flicking through a magazine and they tossed it on the side. After a few hours, they picked it up again and flicked to a particular page. And they thought, that's quite interesting. I feel, Taurus, you may be changing your mind about something. This could be anything. You may be wanting to go and have a second look at this, whatever this is, because you might have disregarded it without looking at the details. What you're recognizing now, Taurus, is this could be ideal. You may also have found yourself saying no almost automatically. It could be initially this didn't check your particular boxes, but looking at this again, you're recognizing that this is actually pretty wonderful. So guys, whatever this is, we will find out. The deck that I'm using is the Vintage Tarot. You guys know the rest. If you'd like a reading, I'm still offering 50% off most of my readings. My website's down below. I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber to my second channel, which is a lifestyle channel all about my life in France. It is living in the light in France, okay? And I list all the decks. So guys, let's just jump in and have another look, shall we? Okay, let's just have another look. All right. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have for Taurus? Mid-August 2026. You're having another look. This could be you looking at a course in a magazine. You're rereading about the course. You could be looking at a property you've seen in a magazine. You could have been researching something, came across something very interesting, but thought, yeah, no, I'm not sure about that, right? Whatever this is, let's have a look, Taurus. You are taking a second look. You are revisiting this. You are thinking that you might want to change your mind. Okay. All right, my lovely Taurians, let's jump in, see what this is all about. Oh, the devil. The devil. Wow, Taurus, we start off with the devil. Capricorn energy. The Two of Cups. Wow. Taurus, you love your person, but you guys seem to be in a bit of a toxic situation. I don't know whether or not you two are trying to put a relationship together, but you guys live miles apart. It may well be that, again, the love is there, the connection is there, but you might have had financial issues. Whatever this is, the foundation is strong, but you're dealing with something a bit difficult. In the past, Taurus, the Knight of Swords. There might have been a blow-up. There could have been a big argument. Or you may have wanted to find out more information about something you were confused about. After that time, you sat feeling nostalgic about the past. You sat thinking about what was, or you might have simply been a bit obsessed about something that happened in the past that you simply couldn't forget. In your thoughts now is the Knight of Wands. You may be having issues with a younger fire sign, or you might be thinking about the fact that someone did something reckless, rather impulsive, which caused you a lot of burden, but you might not have recognized that it would have caused you a burden when it happened. It might have been insidious, or you might have been concentrating on other things and then looked at a situation with your rose-tinted glasses taken off and thought, wow, yes, that wasn't good, right? That wasn't good. It could be a decision someone made. It could be you allowed a situation, Taurus. And this is you looking back thinking, well, that didn't work out, did it? I should have seen it in the past and for some reason I didn't. It could be, guys, you were simply weighed down with duties, responsibilities. You had other things on your mind. But I feel something came to a head and you are talking to somebody you care about, you love, about sorting this out. They may have suggested something, Taurus, or they may have showed you something. You may have said to them, no, no, no. But you might be wanting a second look at this. You may be changing your mind. In the immediate future, we have the moon, Cancerian energy for me. You're feeling a little emotional. You may not be saying much to your person. You are in deep contemplation. You may be keeping your feelings to yourself. You are sat in a little bit of nervous energy. I'm hearing it's logical, it could be wonderful, but do I really want to jump into this? Okay. In your fears, the Three of Wands, yeah. You're fearing embracing change. You're fearing stepping tentatively over the line to see what might transpire. You're very nervous, Taurus. Now, guys, it could simply be fear of change. You love to feel stable. You love your routine. And I get it, guys. I'm the same, to be honest. I hate change. But you may be thinking, it makes sense. It makes sense. It would make sense. In the environment is someone who is trying to pull you up into a much more positive frame of mind. Come on, Taurus, this would be wonderful. Come on, Taurus, this would be fantastic. Can't you see that? I think, Taurus, you can. I don't think you're being at all difficult, but you don't want to be overly enthusiastic and then say to this person, you know what, I'm sorry, I've changed my mind. Because whatever you're looking at here, Taurus, this could be quite a big transition for you. So you don't want to come across as if you are excited about this, you have changed your mind, when you're not still 110% sure. But what I'm hearing is nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be 110% perfect. Whatever situation you are considering revisiting, moving into, looking at again, it's going to need some tinkering. It's going to need you to look at things from a very broad perspective. And you know that. But I keep hearing again, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Okay. In your hopes, guys, justice. You're hoping to take some time, Taurus, to consider this. This is you maybe considering a contract, guys. This is you weighing up the pros and cons, Taurus. And in the outcome is, wow, okay, Taurus. I feel the divine is right behind you. I feel that the universe is nudging you to move forward with this. Come on, Taurus. Yes, it's not perfect, but it's pretty damn close, is what I'm hearing. You may not find a better alternative. Taurus, you could be job hunting. This is you, with a very supportive partner, but you could have been trying to find a job for a long time. You might have seen a job advert in a paper, in a magazine, You might have thought, oh no, it's too far away, or the salary's not ideal, or something about it didn't check all your boxes. But this may be you looking at this again, because this is you hoping for a contract, okay? You are wanting to revisit this. Clarification for you, the King of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles. Taurus, you may be talking to a King of Cups. This is someone that you love, but it could be what you're both talking about is we need to sort out the situation. We need to get rid of this block, this elephant in the room that we both don't really want to talk about, but we have to, because this is important. This could be about saving money. This could be about bringing more money into the household. This could be with the Seven of Pentacles, you saying to this King of Cups, well, I did make some mistakes in the past, or I've been looking at finances. I think your King of Cups is wanting to help. I think your King of Cups is fully supportive. What he's saying to you, Taurus, is, I think this is great. But you're there sitting in the moon thinking, well, there might be something better. I think he's looking at you as if to say, well, I would jump on this if I were you, because I don't think there is going to be anything better. It's that sort of energy coming through from him. This is lovely, Taurus, right? And you're there not saying anything, feeling all emotional, sitting in the moon, feeling all nervous. I think he's trying to make you look at this from a much more light-hearted point of view. Well, Taurus, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But in your eyes, this is a very big decision, and you don't want to get this wrong. I think you are being supported here by the King of Cups. And you are both trying to get out of what might be a bit of a tricky situation. Because you might have done something impulsive in the past. And you may have been looking back thinking, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I don't know, Taurus, you could have handed in your notice impulsively and then thought, whoops, I should have done that when I found another job. You might have been job hunting for a few months, Taurus. This could be, guys, about you wanting to be together. I mean, maybe you guys have been in a long-distance connection. Your person may live at a distance. Your person's been saying to you, come live with me, or let's house hunt together. You may have found something that you liked, but it may not have been ideal. So you may have said to your King of Cups, you know what, not quite sure. Your King of Cups thinks this is fantastic. So whatever this is, Taurus, you two have been trying to get yourselves out of what has been a rather challenging situation. So whoever your person is, sat in the energy of the Sun. 8 of Swords. Yeah, they're looking at you, Taurus, as if to say, is Taurus going to say yes? Is Taurus going to say no? I'm not sure, but I'm going to be really positive about this because I think this could work. I think this would be good. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. They don't know, Taurus. They don't know whether or not you're going to agree to this. I feel as if they want you to, for some reason. If this is financial, Taurus, it may well be that this is someone who's been carrying this relationship financially. And, you know, this could be your partner who is really hoping that you go for a particular job because they may feel it's great for you. But you may have been looking for something really specific. And this is you thinking, well, yes, it's good, but it's not perfect. I keep hearing that. It's not perfect. Okay. Underneath the deck, guys, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So you two might have been trying to come together. You two might have been house hunting to try and find somewhere where you could live together. If this is you two at a distance from each other, you two could be creating your new future. Or you two might be looking at your finances And Taurus, you may have been wanting to try and find another job. Judgment. This is you two knowing that a big decision is needed because you both know the truth. Ace of Swords. Okay, you both know the truth. But Taurus, you are going to be helped by Source, by the universe here, because this is a fortunate turn of events. It's almost as if the universe is saying, okay, Taurus, we know you're not 100% about this. We know that you're deliberating about this. But your person feels that this would be really good for you both. It would bring balance to a situation. We want you to go for it. We want you to surrender to this. We want you to give it a shot. And I think they're going to be helping you by maybe giving you something extra or highlighting why this would be so good. So Taurus, I feel the universe wants you to just go for this. Okay. So people, let's have a look at the Two of Cups and the Devil. Now Taurus, you may be simply in love with a Capricorn, okay? Or you are with a King of Cups, but you two are in a rather awkward situation. Whatever this is. It could be you two live miles away, you want to be together, but you can't agree on a location, a property. It could be, guys, this is financial. Let's have a look at the Two of Cups and the Devil. You're very together in this, but there's something that you need to go for, and I think you've been deliberating. Yeah, Nine of Wands. You haven't been certain about this. You haven't been certain, but I'm hearing the situation's getting heavier and heavier. What are you worried about? Oh, okay. What you're worried about, Taurus, is if you don't make up your mind relatively soon, you might have to cope with a Tower moment. You might have to deal with a Tower moment. Okay, Aries energy, Scorpio energy. We have Pisces and Cancer here, the High Priestess. The Tower moment might have been you using your intuition. Okay, all right. I have to really sort something out here. I can't just sit not saying anything because something's going to happen that I'm not going to like if I don't make up my mind. It's that sort of energy, Taurus. It's that sort of energy, guys. Seven of Wands. Up until now, Taurus, you've been a little bit defensive. Well, hang on. Well, I'm not sure. Well, let me think about this. I'm hearing that the clock is ticking, Taurus. The clock is ticking. Six of Pentacles. I feel that you want to balance the situation out, or you may be thinking about an unequal give and take situation. Same sort of thing, maybe. Or you're thinking you've got to look at the pros and cons and make a decision. You've got to look at the pros and cons and make a decision. But you really didn't want to do that. Five of Cups is, okay. It's almost you saying to someone, yes, I know that we need to do this. Or yes, I know that a decision needs to be made. But when it came down to actually doing this, you might have pulled back and thought, wow, okay, am I really ready to do this? Do I want to do this? There may also have been the energy here of you not knowing if you were ready to do this. This is you taking some quiet time thinking, am I really ready to do this? Am I really ready? So in the past, Taurus, Knight of Swords, there was an argument in the past. The argument might have been relating to transforming a situation, or there might have been an argument with a Scorpio, with a Death card. Okay, Three of Pentacles. You might have wanted to seek advice from friends of yours, Or you might have said to someone, okay, this isn't good. We need to work in partnership to sort this out. Something needs to change, right? Something needs to change. Something needs to change. Yes, because Taurus, you wanted a dream come true, or you wanted to just sit in a peaceful energy, Taurus. If there weren't issues with a Scorpio in the past, there might have been an issue with an Aquarian, with the energy of the Star card. You might have felt stuck between a rock and a hard place for some reason. After that time, Taurus, you sat thinking about the past, or thinking about what was, or thinking about what happened. And I think this is you, Queen of Pentacles. Yes, Taurus. You were thinking about your stability, or you were thinking in the past you were financially stable. Temperance. You might also have been thinking about a Sagittarian for some of you, or you may have coasted wanting to remain stable, or coasted wanting to think about things. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. You know, that sort of energy. Tell us about the past. Queen of Wands. Okay, there might have been an issue with a Sag female. Temperance, Queen of Wands. Or you may have tempered taking action, Taurus, because you wanted to sit and think about things a little bit longer, right? What was on your mind in the immediate past? Seven of Cups, looking at options, feeling emotionally confused, wanting to figure out the right thing to do, the right course of action to take. So guys, in your thoughts, we have the Knight of Wands. You could be thinking about a younger fire sign. You could be thinking about the fact that someone did something impulsive, which left you sat in this complicated situation. Or you may be thinking of moving. I know I need to get the show on the road. With the energy of the Knight of Wands, you're considering movement here. This is you knowing that, you know, the wheel needs to be cranked forward, but you've been standing back, feeling a bit nervous about this. The Magician. Okay, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. I feel whoever your King of Cups is wanting movement, wanting change, wanting progress. Come on, Taurus, nothing is going to be perfect. But don't just keep sitting in fear about this, because I think this is going to be wonderful. What else are you considering here, my lovely Taurians? Okay. What you're thinking about is you disregarded this in the past. You did say no to this in the past. You may be dwelling on why you said no. Was it a gut instinct? If it was, Taurus, this is you thinking, well, yeah, but maybe that was the right instinct. If intuitively I thought no. You're contemplating what you want to do here. The Strength card. Yeah. Ah, Taurus, you're off and on, off and on, off and on. I mean, 1 minute this is you thinking, okay, let's do it, let's do it. The next minute, you're thinking, no, Two of Swords, strength, no, holding back. I don't know what's really going on here. There must be a backstory, but I feel as if you're potentially being pressurized by the King of Cups. Come on, Taurus, come on, Taurus, come on, Taurus. But you keep deliberating, you keep pulling back. We have Virgo energy with the Hermit. You may be thinking about your health, or you could be thinking about somebody else's health. I don't think it's the right time for me to make this really big decision. Tell us about the Hermit. The Hermit's feeling burdened. Whoever the Hermit is feeling burdened. Now, as I said, Taurus, this could be you. There may be a situation where you are wanting to live with someone who lives at a distance away from you. You might have agreed to live in their area, but this is you thinking, yeah, but I'd have to leave an older child in another area. I'd be miles away from my child or children. Am I happy with that? Even if they're grown adults? You may be thinking, well, I'm not going to see them. Or you may be worried about elderly parents if you move away. I feel this is a decision, Taurus, for you to somehow make a move. It may be linked to you trying to get a job in another area. It could be. It may be completely separate. Could be a separate message for another group of you guys. But in the immediate future, Taurus, you're sat in the moon. You're still sat in fear. You're feeling emotional about this. You know that your King of Cups is wanting an answer. He's trying to make you sit in this light-hearted energy. But he's in his head, Taurus. It's almost as if he feels that any minute now you're going to change your mind again. Well, I'll consider this, but he's worried that after a couple of weeks you're going to turn around and say, actually, no, sorry, no. He might have been waiting for a long time. He might have been patient for a long time. Archangel Michael, when do we have the moon and the sun for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing the 12th to the 18th of September. So you may say to this King of Cups of yours, let's give it a month. Let's give it a month. I'm still not certain. Let me sit on it for a month. Let's have a look at your King of Cups energy. Tell us about Taurus's King of Cups. 9 of Swords. He's having sleepless nights because he feels, Taurus, you're beginning to pull back. He feels as if you're beginning to pull back from moving forward. He feels as if you might be considering saying, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. I feel he might be putting pressure on you to do this, to move, to make the change, to go for this. But Taurus, there's a lot that you're feeling burdened about. There's a lot that you're feeling nervous about here. You could be feeling you might be leaving someone else in a challenging situation, or you might be leaving behind someone who hasn't been well, and that's playing on your mind. It could simply be guilt. Tell us about this King of Cups. He could be a Cancerian if he's not a Scorpio. King of Pentacles. Taurus, he may want to be with you, or he may want to talk to you about another masculine, or he's thinking about money. He may be thinking about money. He may be juggling 2 pentacles, hoping, Taurus, that you're going to agree to move forward. He could be worried about finances here. He may be feeling, Taurus, that if you said yes, somehow he would end up sitting in a very stable financial place. But you're sat in fear, Taurus. What is this King of Cups thinking about? He's thinking about the 10 of Pentacles. He's thinking about a lot of money. But he's also thinking about the King of Pentacles. Make of it as you will, Taurus. I still feel I'm dealing with a female Taurian, Queen of Pentacles. He's standing at crossroads. I'm hearing keeping his fingers crossed. He's standing at crossroads, keeping his fingers crossed about you, the Hierophant. Taurus, I've got to be honest, this may even be you married to a King of Pentacles in a very stable situation, but you have decided you want to be with a King of Cups. But the King of Cups might be broke. The King of Cups may not have any money. And you may be nervous, am I doing the right thing? Am I going to be able to live a comfortable life? Because I'm in a comfortable situation now. I won't be if I completely detach from a partner to be with a King of Cups. You're sitting feeling as if, again, I keep hearing you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So the added complication, Taurus, may well be you are still legally married to a King of Pentacles. It's financially very stable, but maybe it's toxic. And maybe you are obsessively in love with a King of Cups who wants you to build a life with him, leave your King of Pentacles, get divorced, Taurus, come live with me. But what you're thinking about is, well, it's risky. Because you may know this King of Cups doesn't have any money. He is juggling 2 pentacles. And he may be thinking about the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, as in, will Taurus actually change her mind? Will Taurus decide to stay with the King of Pentacles? Because there's also guilt here, Taurus. You may be married to a fellow earth sign. You could be married to a Virgo and feeling burdened because maybe the Virgo's been facing health issues. And you're thinking, blimey, you know, okay, I've fallen in love with another guy, but my partner's going through a tough time in terms of their health. Even though I'm in love with the King of Cups, I would feel so bad if, on top of health issues, my poor King of Pentacles had to cope with going through a divorce. This could be guilt, Taurus. Even though you may not be in love with your King of Pentacles anymore, you may be sitting on the fence because you two may have known each other for a very long time. You two may be very, very good friends at the end of the day. And this is you thinking, is it worth giving all of that up, all those memories, having known this King of Pentacles for all these years, to jump into a connection with a King of Cups? Is it impulsive of me? Because this King of Cups, Taurus, is putting pressure on you. And this is you feeling a bit jittery about that. What are you saying to your King of Cups? Yeah, fascinating, Taurus. You're sitting in the moon and you're getting a bit sharp with your King of Cups. And I think, Taurus, you're being a bit blunt and a bit short with your King of Cups because you feel pressurized and you're beginning to feel as if you might not want to do this after all. I mean, this is you saying to him, for God's sake, stop pressurizing me. Stop pressurizing me, right? Because it's all a little bit overwhelming. This is a really big decision, Taurus. You're talking to him about a property, about stability, about where you two would live. What else are you talking to this King of Cups about? Maybe your job. You might have to find a job in a different area. Or you may be talking to your King of Cups about working on a situation relating to a property. There may be arguments going backwards and forwards between you and your King of Pentacles about who gets the property. Do we sell the property, divide the assets? I mean, it feels, Taurus, as if you've got a really big decision to make here. And you're feeling very nervous. 4 of Cups. Wow. Your King of Cups may occasionally say to you, I'm sorry I'm putting pressure on you. I'm sorry, Taurus, but, you know, I want us to be together. What you're saying to him, Taurus, is, I need some time. I need some time to really think about this. What is going through your mind, Taurus? What else? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. This is about moving. And you're getting very scared here. You can't tell whether or not this is a wonderful opportunity for a beautiful new life with a man you love, or whether or not you'd look back in the future thinking that was the worst decision I made. You're very scared of making the wrong decision. You're very worried, Taurus, that you may look back in regret. Yeah, you may look back and think you sabotaged your relationship with your King of Pentacles, or you hurt someone that you didn't really mean to hurt by pursuing your desires. But Taurus, you wouldn't be, my lovely Taurians, if you weren't thinking about that, because you guys are very moral. You don't like to hurt people. You're all about family and pulling together and being generous and, you know, loving and supportive. That is your nature. But what you're contemplating, Taurus, is you are going to have to hurt someone. You are going to have to leave someone feeling very burdened to pursue the King of Cups. And that plays on your mind. That is what's in the back of your head, because you don't want to do that. This is you, I think, feeling as if either children would be upset or your King of Pentacles would never get over this. Your King of Pentacles could be your husband, right? You are King and Queen of Pentacles, but the person you want to be with is the King of Cups. Your King of Cups is putting pressure on you. Come on, Taurus. Come on, Taurus. What are you going to do about your marriage, Hierophant, right? And what you're saying to this King of Cups is, I need some time to think. He feels, Taurus, you may end up at the end of the day, you might stay with your King of Pentacles. It could be out of guilt. It could be because he's facing health issues. We've got the health card there, and we've got the Hermit. This is someone who may have gone into isolation, not feeling very well. But what you're thinking about is, I know my King of Pentacles is burdened because he knows about my King of Cups. I think this King of Pentacles already knows about the King of Cups. And you two might have discussed divorce or legal separation. And I think you've been sitting on the fence, Taurus. Your King of Cups has been putting pressure on you. But what you're thinking about is, if I do this, I might regret this. What is the energy between you and your King of Cups? What is the energy between you two? Six of Swords. Yeah, you two have been planning on moving away together, building a new life together. You simply both want to move out of what you believe is a bit of a toxic situation and move to calmer waters together. What you're fearing, Taurus, is embracing change, which is exactly what this would be. This would be you making a very big change to leave your King of Pentacles to be with your King of Cups. What is interesting is, Taurus, you're hoping to sit in justice. Now, you may be hoping to stay legally married. I don't know why. It could be to retain financial stability. I don't know. Or you may be hoping to have a very serious conversation with a Libra for some of you. You're also hoping to weigh at the pros and cons and make the right decision, Taurus. Because with the Five of Pentacles and Judgment and the Ace of Swords, you know the truth. This is a life-changing decision. If this goes badly wrong, children may never speak to you again. Or this could work out in your favor, Taurus, and you could end up living a beautiful life with your King of Cups and feel as if it was the best decision you ever made. I think the universe is going to give you a helping hand, because I feel, Taurus, the universe is aware that you are holding back, not knowing what you should do. I think the universe is going to push you in one particular direction. So let's have a look, Taurus, at what decision you're going to make. Are you going to back off? Are you going to stay with your King of Pentacles? Are you going to patch it up and say to your King of Cups, I'm sorry, I can't do this? Or are you going to leave your King of Pentacles to be with your King of Cups? Let's have a look. What is the universe saying to Taurus? Page of Wands. You may need to have a conversation with someone, or you may want to talk to a child about this. They want you to see a different perspective, Taurus. You may also be being guided to think about a Pisces, or you may be being guided to understand here, Taurus, that someone has been sacrificing, or someone may already know what you're planning on doing here. The Seven of Swords. Somebody already knows, Taurus. Somebody already knows about the King of Cups. Could be a Pisces, could be a younger fire sign. Somebody already knows what you have been trying to organize. Somebody already knows. They've seen this coming. Yes. Somebody already recognized, Taurus, that you were planning on walking away from your King of Pentacles, and that you have been maybe seeking legal advice as to how to manage family finances, that sort of thing. Somebody already knows, Taurus. Now, I don't know whether or not that's a big deal. Otherwise, why would that message come through? You may be in a situation, Taurus, where you kept this other connection secret from children or a child. And what the universe is trying to say to you is your child or children already know, Taurus. I don't know whether or not that would change your future actions. What is the universe saying to Taurus here? What is the universe saying to Taurus? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Hold back for now. Hold back for now. Don't make a rush decision because this King of Cups wants you to. Don't feel pressurized, Taurus. The universe is saying move into a new cycle of just sitting and thinking about this a little bit longer. It might be you need to have a serious, honest conversation with a child or children. It may be you need to have another conversation with your King of Pentacles. And hold back from making any rash decision at this point of time. The universe is asking you to hold back. What else is the universe asking you to consider? The universe is asking you to consider the thoughts and feelings of your husband, Emperor. They could be an Aries, but this is usually husband energy. What else is the universe wanting Taurus to consider? Again, they want you to consider holding back from moving forward with this King of Cups and contemplate hanging on to the connection with your King of Pentacles, because I'm hearing it's safe. You know this person, and there's a lot of financial stability you two have achieved, maybe over the years. So Taurus, what are you going to do? Wow, guys. I think when all is said and done, looking at every single angle, looking at what you'd have to walk away from, I think, Taurus, this is you deciding to stay with your Emperor, because this is you, Taurian energy, sat in the energy of wife. Wow, Taurus. I think this is you looking at how this would affect the people around you and saying to yourself, I just don't think this is right. Which might be what you said in the past. I'm sorry, no, can't consider this, can't consider this. But I think this King of Cups has been trying to change your mind. But you're going to go back, Taurus, to staying with your King of Pentacles. Are you going to have a conversation with your King of Cups about that? Yes, you are. You're going to be open and honest with your King of Cups, and you're going to say to him, I am so sorry. I really want to be with you. I was thinking about revisiting this, but after a lot of careful contemplation, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. Because it would be overindulgent of me. It would hurt the people around me. I would be happy because I would be with you, but I would always be looking back feeling guilty, feeling as if I only thought about what I wanted, not about my family, not about the people around me. What is your King of Cups going to say? I mean, this is you pulling back, Taurus. This is you saying, I can't do this, right? Yeah. What he's going to say is, okay, Taurus, well, I've waited long enough. I have tried to be patient. I do understand your point of view, but I really feel that we need to close the door. I really feel that this is done. What are you going to say to him if he says that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Page of Pentacles. You could be saying to this King of Cups, I've got to think about my children. Or you may be saying to your King of Cups, surely we can still remain friends. But Taurus, that might be awkward, right? Because if you two have been planning a romantic life together as partners, he's not going to want to stay in touch as a friend. It's going to be very difficult for him because he's obviously in love with you. I think, Taurus, what you've got to appreciate is, because your King of Cups has been waiting, if you say to him, I'm sorry, I can't do this, he will simply want to cut the cord. Because this is him sitting in the energy of self-preservation. It will be too painful for him to keep in touch with you, Taurus, as a friend. He won't want to do that. So, Taurus, what are you going to say to your King of Pentacles, who's feeling burdened? He might have faced financial issues or health issues even with a Strength card. We have the Hermit. He could be a Virgo. What are you going to say to your King of Pentacles? I'm sorry. Page of Cups is an apology. I am sorry. I'm sorry. You're going to apologize to your King of Pentacles. You may also want to talk to your King of Pentacles about a child. Ten of Cups. What you're saying to your King of Pentacles is, I want to patch up the relationship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to make this work. So, Taurus, this, I feel, is you and your King of Pentacles reuniting and you moving away from considering building a new life with your King of Cups. Because, Taurus, you are looking at the people that would be maybe hurt in the situation if you made that decision. And I don't think, Taurus, you could live with yourself for those I'm connecting with. All right, so my lovely Taurians, let's move into Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see what the universe has to say. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what would the universe want to say to my lovely Taurians? What would the universe want to say to Taurus? Okay, Akasha. Taurus, this was all written down in your Akashic records. Your guidance from Source, from the universe, from the divine, is divinely guided. The divine, the universe, Source, has guided you, Taurus, to steer away from the King of Cups and to reunite with your King of Pentacles. That is what the universe has been nudging you to do, or will be nudging you to do in the future. Okay? The guidance you are receiving from the universe is divinely guided. So, Taurus, I am leaving it there. I really hope it's helped take care of you. Do let me know if this is your story. Drop me a comment down below. And of course, I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon. Bye, Taurus.